got some awesome alternatives for today's class. I'll show you those in just a minute while we wait for everybody to get in here. Hey, Joy. Joy says, I'm ready. Hey, Paula. Happy Thursday, you guys. Hi, Kathy. All right. Kathy says, hello, everyone. I love how you guys greet each other. I know I say that all the time. All right. So our Stampin' Stick card class today is Humble Home. Of course, you don't have to do the Humble Home. I feel like I beat a dead horse on this point, but just because our Stampin' Stick card classes have to feature something, they have to. We do them with alternatives, but they have to feature something. I have to make the cards with some bundle. That doesn't mean that you have to use that bundle. There's Stampin' Stick card classes are super fun, super simple way to stamp and stick and make creative, successful cards, extra stepped up cards in a abbreviated amount of time, because we do the design work for you and a lot of the prep work for you in the packets. If you've got all your materials, all the materials you could ever use, and you just want the written instruction that goes along with this class, there's that option too. We have a Stampin' Stick card class PDF or card class packet with PDF, and those are linked in the description below if you want to grab a packet or a PDF to support this card class. That would be fantastic. Check out those links below. If you've already ordered one of our Stampin' Stick Humble Home Stampin' Stick card class packets, all have left the building. We are completely up to date with today's mail day. Hey, so yeah, that's it for our packets. Let me show you that class packet really quick. Will you hand me that one? If you don't know what a Stampin' Stick card class packet looks like, there it is. It's very simple. It contains everything you need to just stamp and stick these 3 cards. All right, so let's see how everybody's doing really quick. We're gonna take a look at some comments. Happy Thursday, everybody. All right. Kayla says, hey, Mrs. Hey, hello, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Jill. Jill says, greetings from Northeast Ohio. Violet says, hi, Mom. Hi, Violet. Thank you for helping me set up today. Hey, Jan. Jan, did you survive yesterday's mail day? I was just talking about mail day. All right, so yesterday we did a huge mail day. If you're Card Club for Cool People to Go Packet members, you are should already have your email with access to the online content, and the packet is gone. If you ordered one of these Humble Home class packets, we did them in 2 batches. We did the first batch on Monday. They left on Tuesday. We did the second batch on Wednesday. They're gone on Thursday. So we're all caught up on Humble Home, but we still have quite a few left. So if you want one of these packets, get on it. It's a great way to support the channel and make your life super easy. All right, let's see who else is here. Hey, Ann. Jessica, hello. Happy Thursday, you guys. Hey, Tony. I'm glad you're here. All right, so we're going to get started in just a minute. Let's see here. All right, will you take that for me? All right, so I had to ask Elena something, but I'm back again. Hey, Corrine, happy birthday. All right, let's do a happy birthday card class with Corrine today. We're gonna stamp and stick 3 cards. Card number 1, thanks a lot. Card number 2, lots of love. Card number 3, you're the best. And I'm gonna walk you through right with the packet. PDF is available right now. Links in the description below. I'm doing Humble Home. I know there is no Humble Home Builder Punch anymore. Last I checked, the Humble Home stamps that was still available in 12 bucks. I don't know if it's still available. I got one for Rhonda just the other day. But yeah, the punch is gone now. If you are a demonstrator, then you probably have seen the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. Will you grab me my Fluffy Squirrel bundle, Violet?
Yes.
That is a pre-order punch bundle, and I'm gonna show you that one in just a second. I'm looking to see if Humble Home, the stamp set, is still available because it was 12 bucks. Yeah, 12 bucks. It's still available, you guys. So super easy to cut out. You do not need the punch for this one. It's just simple straight lines for the most part. And then the heart, even the wreath, that's the hard one, but the punch didn't punch it out anyway. So think about it if you don't have this one in your collection. It's really good for holiday cards. We did do a Christmas Stamp-A-Stack with Humble Home, and ever since then I wanted to do an everyday class, so that's what we've got here, cards for every day. I paired mine up with the it's down there probably with the pre-order stuff. I paired mine up with the More Messages. You guys, you can use whatever greetings you want to make your everyday cards. There's thank you, welcome, from our house to yours, for the sweet gift, and home. So all but this Merry Christmas are pretty general everyday greetings anyways, but I paired them up with More the Messages. And then what you'll see is I've got them kind of inside outside on my original samples. So thanks a lot for the sweet gift. Lots of love. And then from our house to yours. And you're absolutely the best. Thank you. All right, so that's how I did these. Now I'm gonna do the next set different. Let me show you. Okay, so here's another one. So if you're already a demonstrator and you want a fun punch bundle for this Humble Home, how about the Fluffy Squirrel? If you're not already a demonstrator, why don't you join my Kitchenettes team and pop this bundle into your starter kit? $99 for $125 worth of product. And no shipping, you just pay tax on that. We're in pre-order right now. So here is card number 1 with the Fluffy Squirrel. So are you picking up what I'm putting down? You do not need to have the Humble Home to do the Humble Home Stampin' Stick class packet. All right, so don't let that hang you up. Don't let that hang you up at all. All right, so there's card 1. All right, exactly the same thing. And then where did I put my, I don't know where I put my card 2. And card 2. Right? Card 3. And card 3. Do you see? All right, so we've got a couple more alternatives for you. Let me check it on the comments, and I'm going to show you some alternatives.
So she's posting it now.
Thank you. All right, let me show you some more alternatives here. All right, everybody there, you can hear me now. We're doing good. Jan's here. Jan says hi, Violet.
Oh, hi, Jan.
Patricia Redinger says, finally caught alive. Hey, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do a quick Stampin' Stick card class. Oh, Caleb's here. I think I read that as Kayla because I was leaning back.
Oh, yeah, no.
Is he still there? Hi, Caleb. Are you still there? I totally read that as Kayla. That's what I get for trying to lean back too far and squint at the computer. Hey, Teresa. I should have known by the Mrs. A. So silly. Lori's here. Hey, Lori. All right, so our comments are running kind of slow as we're getting started here, but that's okay. We're going to show a couple more alternatives again. All right, so let me show you something that you might have in your collection because I loved this one and you might have loved it as much as I did. This is Latte Love. Here's card number 1. Here's card number 2. And here's card number 3. Do you see? Are you guys starting to pick up what I'm putting down? Like, you could do Humble Home. I hope you do if you've got it, especially because then I've helped you use the bundle that you purchased. My life mission in this, with the Craft Social, with these classes, is to get you to put ink on the things that I encouraged you to purchase, right? So if you do it the Humble Home, that's awesome. but there are other options. Okay, so we just talked about the fluffy squirrel. This is Gathering Moments, and this is a pre-order also for Demonstrator, so you could put the Gathering Moments bundle in your starter kit, or if you're a demonstrator and you happen to pre-order that, grab this packet, make the cards. Got some samples for yourself right away. That's card number 1. And then card number 2. Isn't that beautiful? And then card number 3. All right, so hopefully you're seeing the possibilities. We're gonna do Humble Home, but the choice is yours. All right, then the next thing I wanted to just talk to you real quick about is paper sampler for the holiday catalog. We are already hard at work with a paper sampler. This is what it's gonna look like, you guys. There is information on the blog today. Elena's working on it. We'll get you a link to join if you're interested in a share of all the new papers that are coming with the holiday catalog and next month's online exclusives. So this is what a paper sampler from Kitchen Table Stamper looks like. You're gonna get 1/4 of a pack. What we do with them is we divide them, including the die cuts. You'll get them packed up and ready to go. We add a label to the back of each one. I haven't put mine on yet. We do have them made, but with the back of each one with the item number, the name, the coordinating colors, and where to get more. So we've got two paper packs that are 6x6 that we're sampling this time round. And then 6x12 for the remainder of the papers. It's the online exclusive ones and the ones in the new holiday catalog all together there. All right, so if you guys are Kitchen Table Stamper customers that are also Card Club members, or let's see, if you requested a catalog on our link, all those left the building today, so you'll have a paper copy pretty soon if you don't already from us. But that's our paper sampler. Check out the blog for more details about that. We are introducing 3 new sketches with it. It is a paper sampler and sketch series, and I'll be back tomorrow at noon to finish up our summer mini sampler from the online exclusives. So if you are available tomorrow at noon to join me for live, let me show you the card that we're doing tomorrow. It's the second card in our 2-part mini sampler and sketch series. So we had the online exclusives with from Stampin' Up. We did a mini paper sampler with it and introduced shortcut card sketch number 19 and 20. So tomorrow we'll be introducing shortcut card sketch number 20 to you. Unless you're Card Club people, you already saw shortcut card sketch number 20. My Card Club gets everything first. All right, so I think we've had plenty of time with our housekeeping to get everybody in here, and let's get stamping. What do you guys think? All right, oh, look at that. Elena's put in the links if you want to get into the comments, the links if you want to get the packets. And hey, Veronica, I'm glad you're here. And she'll be adding paper sampler links too if you want to join the paper sampler. You just have to like RSVP, all right? Okay, so that's our Humble Home. Oh, I should let you know really quick, we also have Party Piggy Stampin' Stick class packets remaining also. There's not too many of them, but if you wanted to do the Party Piggy class, this Stampin' Stick packet right here makes these 3 cards. And 2 weeks ago, we did this Party Piggy class live, and you can find that class on the blog kitchentablestamper.com or on my YouTube channel. All right, so we're gonna start with our card number 1, and I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Stick class packet. Mine looks a little bit different because I did a little bit of magic of television, but for the most part, this is what you're gonna get. You'll get your embellishments, enough for your cards, get your ribbons. This one you're going to open up, and then you're going to take it apart in strands, And then when you take it apart in strands, you're going to separate off groups of 2. And inside, you'll also find this little packet of basic beige cutouts for your sentiments. Now, I can't stamp your sentiments for you. Stampin' Up! Does not let me. I can't stamp any images. But we featured the more messages on my cards. So what we did do for you is run the more messages die with basic beige cardstock and then give you all of them to choose from. So it's a nice little sample of what this die does. And then you can use these little bits and stamp any greeting you want to on them. So for instance, with the squirrels, I picked this big oblong, put Go Nuts on there, picked this little fishtail banner, put May You Gather Happiness. Those are from the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. And then Jan did these Latte Love for me, and she used the sentiments from Latte Love. And so she used this little kind of oblong. You're the best part of my day. Hello there, let's catch up. Thanks so much. All right, so you see what's going on here. You're gonna stamp your greetings on your little bits in Early Espresso ink. Let me show you this one. This is with the Gathering Moments. There's a hello on that little angle banner, and all the shapes that I'm showing you are in that little packet. So you're gonna pick 3 that fit your greetings, okay? Because I can't do them for you. There's another little angle banner with the for you, and then thanks a lot. All right, so just a couple of options to get your creativity flowing, because we couldn't do the more messages stamping for you, but we could definitely do the more messages dies for you, and we give you the whole thing, so you got lots to choose from, even for other projects. All right, so I've got card number 1 here, and I did fold my card over and I did the inside. So I'm just gonna show you here, instead of like inside outside greetings for this set, thanks a lot for the sweet gift. What I'm doing instead is taking other greetings from the more messages. I've got congratulations for the card that we're doing today. All right. And on the inside, I just put a pretty little house. So good for like a housewarming, right? All right. So there's just a little bit of card number 1. Now I'm going to show you how to stamp these houses like I did through the course of the class here. So all I did was just stamp it right on the liner. The liner's included in your class packet. All right. So you got one of these in your packet anyway, and I just stamped them a little different. All right, so I've taken apart my twine, and I'm gonna just tie a loopy double bow, and I'm gonna stick it to a glue dot, and then I'm gonna put it aside with my dingles so that I don't lose anything. And when I'm doing a Stampin' Stick or a card club class, what I like to do is do all of a particular step. I am a batch work kind of girl. So what I would do is tie all 3 bows for all 3 cards at one time. It really does save some time and effort, and it makes the packet go together even faster. I mean, how much faster can it go together? We've done so much work for you, but it makes the packet go together even faster. And the whole point of these is to have, you know, top-notch, every detail counts, beautiful cards, easy, fast, just stamp and stick, right? So if you add batch working to the packet that you've already got, then you're really gonna fly through making very beautiful cards. All right, so there's my little bow. You need 3 of them, so you might as well do them all at once. And I'm just gonna set it aside for a minute with my dingles. And then the other thing I'm gonna do, sorry you guys, I've got a cup of coffee here and I want to drink it before it's cold. So I hope you don't mind just, you know, kicking back with me. Grab a cup of coffee or something yourself. I'll check on the comments. Teresa says, I'm going to have to get the fluffy squirrels. I love your cards. Thank you. I think the fluffy squirrels turned out as good or better than the Humble Home. I wanted to do Humble Home without being Christmas for the longest time, but the squirrels kind of surprised me. They came out of nowhere. I had no idea Stampin' Up! Was coming out with that bundle, and then they were just so perfect to do with these card designs. I hope it shows the flexibility of the design and adds more value to the class. Pam says, so awesome you included all the message die cuts. Well, thank you. That was my friends Jan and Joyce. They cut all those for you. So if you get the card club, the Humble Home Stampin' Stick packet, you can thank my friends Jan and Joyce. They did. They ran the whole set for everybody for each packet. And because we can't do the stamping for you, but we can show you how to make the kit your own. And it's even easier to make the kit your own when all you have to do is go in the little bag and pick the sentiment that fits the greeting that you have, right? I'm glad you like that. Let's see. Jan says the petal pink ribbon is such a find, plus a great value when it's separated into strands. That is exactly the truth. All right, so you get 4 strands or 4 braided strands of 3 strands each. So there's 12 individual little strands in every length. And so when you compare that to like linen thread, the yardage, this is a really great value. And it's so pretty, such a pretty color. Rebecca says, thanks so much, Jan and Joyce. I know, right? They're the wind beneath my wings. I couldn't do it without them. Jan says, totally agree with you, and can use any sentiment you have for all the occasions, right? That's the case too. I wanted this kit to be super flexible. We don't want to pigeonhole or stamp you into a corner, right? We want you to get even though it says it's the Humble Home Stampin' Stick card class, we want you to be able to do whatever you've already invested in. We want you to use your stamps. We want you to get your stamps inky. All right, so let's see here. Debbie's here and shared. Thank you for sharing. If you're here and you think anybody would like this card class, please share. If anybody on your Facebook feed or in your social media circle would like this class, please share. That's how we grow. Let's see. I think we've got all the links of all the things we talked about now in the comments on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you're interested in any of those things, click on over, but maybe after class. Hey, Paula. Paula says I'm joining a bit late. That's okay. We did housekeeping and I got a cup of coffee. So I hope nobody's in a big hurry today. We worked so hard yesterday, you guys, right, Jan? I had Jan, Joyce, Katie, and Jackie here. And we busted out a ton of mail. We got together the Tractor & Company Stampin' Stick packets. Will you hand me the Stampin' Stick? Oh, okay, hold on a second, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the Stampin' Stick samples. And I want to show you guys the next one because we were working on those packets. Hang on. All right, my kids just went running by. We're gonna have to wait and see, make sure that the chickens are okay. I think they heard somebody calling. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat now. Okay, I got my Tractor & Company samples. I'm not gonna take them out of the plastic, you guys, because I put my bows behind. I had tied them ahead because I do the magic of television and I don't want to lose them. But the next Stampin' Stick card class is Tractor & Company. So we did a lot of the prep for the packets for this one yesterday, plus got Card Club out, got all the catalogs I needed to get out, got all the rest of the Humble Home packets out. We worked really hard yesterday. So I hope you guys don't mind a little coffee and a little leisurely crafting and chatting. Batch work is great, but I have my furry friends. Make sure you hide your bits. My 4 cats would chew them. I had my little Polish hen in the house. They're pretty much just out of the brooder, so the little one thinks that she still lives in the house, right? I'm going to rough up this edge while you talk. And so I'm sitting there tying bows with the little Polish on my lap. And as I'm tying bows, she's grabbing the other end of the bow that I'm working on, and she's pulling the string and untying the bow. It was crazy. Oh, you're right. Watch your bits around your animals, especially curious ones. Let's see. and says, thanks Jan and Joyce for going above and beyond, right? They are definitely the extra hands that keep Kitchen Table Stamper running. You guys, that's it's good to have good friends. All right, so I'm gonna just rough up this edge. I don't know, I opened the window. I'll close it eventually, but I don't know if you guys hear that. My chickens are calling like crazy. There's a hawk today that just won't leave them alone. They're getting stalked. It happens every once in a while. Those hawks are smart and they know. And girls are all warning each other. The kids ran out to go count every birdie and try to be a deterrent. All right, so there we go. I just roughed up the edges of the 3 sides, not the folds. And I would do that to all of my cards also. So like we're talking batch work, just go ahead and rough them all up. Now if you don't like them roughed up, don't rough them up. That's okay by me. You can keep them smooth. I thought they kind of complement the style we got going on here. Let's see here. Jen says, so happy to help out the amazing and inspiring Marisa. I learned so much from her. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, just like I said, wind beneath my wings, my friend. All right, so let me get rid of this fluff. It does make a lot of fluff when you rough up your cardstock. All right, in the packet, there was some very vanilla cardstock, and we're gonna use that for our houses. Put the rest of the items from the packet aside. And try and make it look tidy over here where I'm working. It's more pleasant to watch tidy stamping, I know, but I'm not a tidy stamper. All right, I need a Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm going to grab my Cloud Cover ink pad here. If you're a demonstrator, you can buy the Cloud Cover ink pad. It's for demonstrators only. If you're not a demonstrator, a good alternative is to grab a Stampin' Spot and a re-inker, or get a felt pad from the internet, or an uninked Stampin' pad from the internet, and a Cloud Cover re-inker. I know it's not the best situation, but you can definitely join and get one. I think the color's pretty right on, and it has stayed pretty right on. They have 2 different batches. I can't guarantee your results. Neither can Stampin' Up, and all sales are final for the demonstrators on this one. But I like having it. So I'm going to do Cloud Cover House. And then I'm going to put a pecan pie roof on my Cloud Cover House. Uh-oh. Got kind of a light spot in the middle of my house. Let's see how it looks when I put the door on, or if I have to restamp. Is everything okay? Did you find every birdie?
Mm-hmm.
They're going crazy. Is it that hawk?
Yeah, it swooped down at them.
Yeah, but you counted every birdie?
Yep.
Is Banjo staying out with them?
Mm-hmm. I was in the middle of trying to get Gideon to go out there and watch them. And then I watched down the stairs, and the hawk comes down. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's been stalking them for an hour.
Mm-hmm. And Poppy is refusing to stay in the yard, and so I found her hiding under your car.
Awesome. All right, so I got my pecan pie roof. Sorry, you guys. I needed the update. I was worrying. And then I'm going to do a second pecan pie roof. Now I'm going to grab early espresso on the windows and doors. And let's see if I can see how my house is a little. Is that going to line up and make it better or worse? We're going to know in a second. How far did I put it? About there. I go up from the bottom just a little bit. I think it gives better balance. Not bad. And then what I'm also going to do is, this is completely optional, but I didn't want the doorknob to show the blue behind it. Isn't that crazy? So you don't have to do this. This is totally like OCD or anal behavior or type A personality, whatever. I'm going to stamp my door separate and then glue it over the door that I just stamped on so that my doorknob doesn't have brick in it. So this is my house for this one, and I'm going to punch the roof. And then I'm going to flip and punch the house. And then I'm going to slide that aside for a minute. I need that for the next card though. I don't want to put it too far away. I'll lose track of it. Get rid of the bits. And then I'm going to grab a scratch paper. I had a crud of misprints the other day. And so I have a ton of scratch paper, but of course I don't have one close. Hang on a second. Let me grab some paper because I'm going to protect my work surface. I was doing a print test on Card Club and I upgraded to Windows 11, you guys, and nothing runs exactly the same as it used to with this Windows 11. So I'm doing a print test and wondering why everything's gone sideways on my printing. Well, it turns out that my printer settings, my default printer settings had changed. Finally got it fixed, but I have a whole bunch of extra printouts of Card Club, well, random bits of Somewhat Successful. So if you're printing anything from Kitchen Table Stamper, just know that it's all formatted so that in your printer settings, if you click Fit to Printable Area, we do print test it and try to make it so that as long as you're using a Fit to Printable Area setting, you should have no problem printing beautiful PDFs from Kitchen Table Stamper, whether it's a Card Club thing or it's this PDF for the class we're doing today, whatever it is, just always use Fit to Printable Area, which was my default until I upgraded to Windows 11, and then I had no idea it had changed and what chaos ensued yesterday. All right, hang on just a second. I'm gonna put that aside. I'm looking, Jan, you know those little 3-dimensionals that I put aside to use for today so that it didn't get lost? I can't find it. Ugh. Okay. I'll ask Violet when she comes back in. She helped me set up, so maybe she moved it. All right, I'm going to cut off, since I can't find my 3 little dimensionals I was going to use, I'm going to cut off some straight line along the edge because I'm going to take the roof that I cut and I'm going to pop it up over the roof that I stamped. Hey Violet, there was 3 little dimensionals that were sitting here. Did you see them when you were helping me set up?
No.
I was going to use them on this class so that I didn't lose them. And now I don't see them anywhere. I might have lost them after all, Jan. All right, so we're going to do this with all of our houses in 3 different colors, one for each card. So while we're putting together houses and chit-chatting, do you guys mind if I stamp then stick? Is that okay? That's what we're going to do. I don't remember if that's what we did last time, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to stamp then stick. So I'm going to put aside this little house, and then we're going to make 2 more houses in 2 different colors for our other cards. But we're going to stick the little roof on. It gives it some great dimension. And then I'll cut out that door in just a minute. Okay, next one. For card number 2, we're going to do the exact same thing, bubble bath for our house, and then the exact same thing, basic beige for our house, okay? Grab some coffee, take a look at some comments. They were probably filled in with a circular pop of bucket. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Is the house punch coming back? Kathy asks. No, when they're gone off of Last Chance. So if it comes back, it'd surprise me. Bonnie says, just place an order. Thank you, Bonnie. You're the reason why I get to keep doing what I do. Thank you for your order. Let's see here. And then they were probably filed in the circular pop-up bucket. Makes sense when I slow down and read it. I hope not, but you know, the bags for my wind-up toys, Remember how I said I'm going to take them out of the bags, but then I'm going to put them back in the bags so it doesn't look like I got the wind-up toys out of the kids' toy box? The little bags for my toys got put into the circular pop-up file. All right, let's see here. Marsha loves those tractors. Thank you. This card class is really, really fun. Can't wait to see what Jen comes up for alternatives. I haven't thought of any alternatives yet. Maybe I'll do the squirrels again. I love those squirrels. Marsha says, adorable humble home card. Thank you. I'm glad that you like them. And did your daughter get her banners made? Yes! Today's her first day of school with kids. She's said that she's going to take a picture today and hopefully post them in the craft social. So keep a look on the craft social, Corrine. Veronica says, I needed the update too. I was worrying too. Right? My poor little fluffy butts. My poor little feather butts. Yeah, they're quieted down now, and Gideon's out there with the dog. So the dog is a good deterrent too. All right, so let's do 2 different colors of the same house. And you guys, this is like the most intense part of this packet is doing your stamping, because as you'll see as we're working through it, we do almost everything else for you. So once we get through stamping here, then it'll be just sticking, hence stamp and stick, and the cards will come together really fast, you'll see. All right, I gotta clean the ink, the cloud cover ink off of the house. Get that guy swiped off, and then we're gonna do bubble bath. I love the bubble bath on Very Vanilla cardstock, you guys. It's really a neat, it's got a neat kind of vintagey look. It matches this braided trim really nicely. All right, so we got our bubble bath, we've got our roof. This one is really hard for me. Okay. Ah, that was good. I think that's the best one I've ever done. That's lined up really nice. Okay, and then this guy right here. Oh, somebody's yelling again out there. I don't know how much my microphone picks up, but there's somebody yelling again out there. Rough day for the girls. All right, let's go ahead and put the door windows on. And then we're going to do basic beige next. Swipe that off. Switch our ink pad. I'm going to hang this over that circular pop-up file so that I don't ruin any cards. I've got so many beautiful cards hanging out here with these alternatives. And, we don't need a wet baby wipe around. Okay, then this one here. And as you can see as we're going along here, you can have everything that you need to finish your cards. I was able to do the houses with the vanilla that's in here. I was able to finish the squirrel set with the vanilla that's in here. So you'll have everything very sufficient. The other thing that you're going to have, this I guess is especially with younger stampers. So if you are in this camp, let me know. But a lot of younger stampers want this choreographed experience. But they don't want to store a whole bunch of extra supplies. They just want to do the thing, and maybe they'll store a stamp set and some dies, or a stamp set and a punch, but they don't want to store a whole bunch of materials. So we're doing this one to kind of complement our card club for cool people. There isn't, this class is not about collecting supplies. It's not about collecting supplies. It's about making the most beautiful cards that you can make in a very quick, small time frame and a very small storage footprint, right? So when you're done with this class, you're done with this class. There's nothing extra to store. The cards are just gorgeous. And you've had a successful and quick stamping experience with this kit. And that's it. That's it. It's done. And there's nothing left over to file or sort or store. So you'll see that there's plenty of cardstock here, plenty of cardstock if you were doing different images, but you're not going to have a whole bunch of leftover stuff that you'll have to now find a home for. And surprising to me, because I am a collector and I do believe that there are two hobbies involved in paper crafting. One is the actual stamping and the other is collecting. But I just, that's not what the younger generation of crafters want. They want a choreographed experience. They want a successful craft. And when they're done, they don't want a whole bunch of stuff to store. Isn't that interesting? So that's the difference between the Stampin' Stick and the Card Club. Is the Stampin' Stick makes 3 kind of over-the-top fun cards, but when you're done, you're done. And the Card Club for cool people, you'll collect the full spool of ribbon and pack of embellishments. In August, there was 2 spools of ribbon, half a pack of the paper, so very product heavy. So that's a little difference between the products, the kitchen table stamper class products. All right, so I am punching out, but let's go back to this punch issue for a minute. The punch is sold out, but cutting this house is so no big deal. All right, so we're just going to fussy cut one because it is all straight lines. Just snip and roll and snip and roll your way right around. It's not a big deal at all. And the only image that in the Humble Home on sale for $12 right now, the only image in the Humble Home that is a little bit fussy to cut is the wreath, and the punch doesn't punch out the wreath anyway. So just, if you've got your eye on the Humble Home, don't let no punch stop you. It took seconds, and it really isn't a difficult punch or image to cut. All right, so then we're gonna do the same with our roofs. And I'm just gonna cut out the gable. We'll get some dimensional on each one, and then we'll have one house for each of our 3 cards. All right, so you guys, let's see here. What do you guys think of the 2 sneak peeks that we showed you in the alternatives? The Gathering Moments bundle and the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. Are you guys excited about the sneak peeks that I've showed you from the new online exclusives and holiday catalog? You're looking forward to holiday crafting, looking forward to placing that first order from the online exclusives and catalog. And what do you think specifically of our friend the Fluffy Squirrel? I said during my haul video, if you didn't see the haul video that we did last week, go check out. You can see all the things that I ordered from the new, hey there, look at me. You can see all the things that I ordered from the new catalog and online exclusive pre-order. And I said, okay, a little bit of crafting here. We're gonna do the Humble Home Stampin' Stick class packet next week. And I think that this new Fluffy Squirrel bundle that I just got will be perfect. And so I grabbed one of these class packets from the stock over there in the store. I took one out, and after I did my haul, we made this card. And then after live, I made the other 2 from the class packet I took out of stock. And I said the reason why I did it is because some people are saying that they find the squirrel maybe is a little creepy. And I'm like, no, it's so cute. I had to get it because it's so cute. And so I'm wondering how you guys feel about the squirrel. When I showed you the alternatives earlier, some people piped up how cute he was, but I've also heard that some people aren't so sure about Mr. Fluffy Squirrel. So in the comments, I want to know, this is your place where you get to Give your opinions, and they matter because the more we converse and we talk about things as we go, the better the YouTube and Facebook algorithm like the content. So let me know how you feel about the fluffy squirrel. See, Bonnie says the fluffy squirrel weirds me out a bit, that eye. And that is what Jackie said about it. But then Jan, Joyce, myself, and Katie were all like, no, he's so cute. So, but I'm definitely hearing that from people. And I just think he's just adorable. I think that they made him in the light colors. If you haven't seen the catalog yet, you will soon. They made the samples in very light colors, kind of pinks and pastels, and I think that made the eye a little weird to me. But when I put him in squirrel colors, I thought he was pretty darn cute. But yeah, I've heard mixed reviews about the squirrel, and I was kind of surprised. So I wonder what you guys feel like. They're super cute, and the squirrel's adorable. Peggy says, I think the squirrel is cute. Me too. Okay, see, so I felt like we've already had this conversation, only insert turtles instead of squirrel. I don't know if anybody else is feeling a little that way, but the turtles were very hard for me to do. It was the whole rest of the suite that really turned me on it. And then the one turtle image on his back I thought was better than the other ones. But then once I started coloring them up, I really came to like them. I grew to like them. The squirrel, though, I just like the squirrel right off the bat. I really do. I'm very excited to have a nice fall set too, kind of everyday fall cards. So I'm loving it. Rebecca says, I love all my animal stamps, and I'll buy animal stamps first. Me too. No, I have to say that anything punny is going to get on my shopping cart first. But yeah, I do love the animals too, especially when they're cute, and if they're punny too, then we're really in trouble around here. Let's see. And it says, I appreciate the minimal experience, but I need all the things, right? I need all the things too. That's why Card Club is a thing, because I'm a collector. But I also like that we can do cards that have all the things, right, on it, and so we can have all the things. We just use them all on the cards in this packet. All right, so I've just trimmed out my door, and now I'm going to glue the door over the door. I know if you don't want to glue a door over the door, it's okay, you don't have to, but I didn't like how you could see the beige brick and the bubble bath brick, so I did another door and I put it on there, so now the little doorknob doesn't look like a peephole with brick behind it. All right, do that or don't do that. There's plenty of scrap of vanilla, so when you get your packet, you can decide if you want to do that little step or not. Here's the pink one without. Let me switch my view so I can see what I'm showing you. And then here's the cloud cover one with, besides the doorknob not showing the brick through the doorknob, it also frames the door just a little bit, and I like that. You can do the same thing with the window if you wanted to, and glue that one on over, and you could just stamp it, cut it out, and glue it on the house instead of stamp it twice. Whatever makes you happy, right? All right, so let's get back to our packet here. We've got house number 2 and house number 3. Hold on. House number 2 is the pink one. House number 3 is the beige one. I think I put those in the right envelopes, but we don't need them right now. Let's just put them aside and get back to our first house here. Okay, so we've done the stamp part. Now it's time to do the stick part. We're going to do a little bit, just a smidge of coloring. So in the packet, we've given you some basic beige cardstock, and it's already embossed for you with the damask texture. We've given you 2 pieces of designer series paper that are exactly cut to size that you need. We're going to tear the edge of our Mossy Meadow piece of Designer Series paper. Just tear the edge off. You want to hold the edge that you're keeping in your right hand and tear the edge you're throwing away off in your left hand. Pull the edge you're keeping toward you. That'll give you a nice finished, torn finished green edge. If you wanted the white, then you could tear the other way. See, so you can get the effect depending which way you tear. All right, so let's go ahead and rough up the edge of our embossed panel. And just need the 3 sides, top, left, and bottom. And then we're gonna adhere them to our card front. Again, I did all the roughing up the edges, being very careful with my scissors, but you do not have to. It'll be very pretty either way, however you like it. All right, so I'm going to get some glue, liquid glue. I just heard a knock on the window. I think it might have been my mailman, but I don't see him there, so I might have to yell for a kid to help me or run and see what the mailman wants, because I have a big mail day out today. Okay, let's do, come on glue, you can do it. There we go. All right, I'm going to put my adhesive on the backs of these guys first, and then we're gonna kind of cover the seam with the piece we tore. And we'll fill the card, giving an equal border all the way around. By the way, this packet has cinnamon cider and moody mauve for card bases, which I think is perfect and lovely with the new Floral Charm, I think it is called, Designer Series paper from the online exclusives, and on super sale. Last time I checked, $9.35, I think, per pack. So if you're loving this brand new Designer Series paper, grab some of the Moody Mauve and cinnamon cider, copper clay cardstock to go with. All right, so we got our, I got it, and then I slid it. All right, so we've covered that. Now I'm gonna grab tear-in tape and put a strip down this seam. And then in the kit, you'll find in the envelope was a strip of all braided. So I'm just gonna fray the ends a little bit. I'm gonna remove the liner on the tear-in tape. Oh, look at that. I didn't need to put tear-in tape on the card. I had prepared myself. No, don't double tear-in tape. That's overdoing it. just one tear-in tape will do. I forgot that I put tear-in tape on my ribbon, so I'd be ready to just pick and stick. That's probably a good choice too, because I'm very chatty today. I love this ribbon. All right, now we've got our house and some dimensionals. Our greeting can hold on for just a minute, and then there's our, oh no, you guys, I just dropped my card kit for the next card on the floor. That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put my dimensionals on my house, but I'm going to put them on the right side. If you're looking at it from the front, the right side, because it's going to go up over the trim a little bit, and we don't want to have the trim, which is kind of thick, and then the dimensional making it double thick. All right, so we got our house. Let's get some of that scratch paper over here. And so we cut some die cuts for you from Basic Beige and one from Early Espresso, and we're gonna just add some color to these. So for my leaf, I'm going to show you one time the leaf, and then the rest of the leaves are already colored. But what I did was I took a dark mossy meadow and I went down the center of the leaf sprig, no matter which shape leaf on which card, because we're doing the same technique on all 3 cards, and then at the base of the leaf, so it looks a little like that. And then I took the light mossy meadow and went over and brought the mossy meadow out a little bit further on the leaves, but not all the way to the tip of the leaves. And then the last thing I did was take the light Old Olive, and I'm going to go just kind of over the whole leaf and bring the darkest and lightest all together. Which is going to give you a beautiful, artistic looking sprig. So there it is. And that's how I did all of the sprigs in this class, regardless of the shape, because there's one on each card. All right, then for my flower for this one, I'm using some copper clay and some petal pink. I don't think that the Stampin' blends are available anymore for the copper clay, but you'd have to double check me on that one. I know the ink pad is finally gone, but I'm going to do copper clay. If you don't have the copper clay, but you got the packet, don't worry, you could do a little petal pink and dark petal pink. You could do some Timid Tiger for your flower. You could grab like a Lost Lagoon and grab that color from out of the paper, and any of those would work. But since I am completely in love with the copper clay with this paper, I wanted to play on that just a little bit by bringing in my copper clay blends. It's also nice because, like you, I bought them all and it's nice to be able to use them just a little bit longer. So I was very surprised how nicely this brand new floral charm coordinates with the retired in color, or in colors, because we're going to be using the Moody Mauve cardstock also. All right, so there's our flower. Got some nice variation by using the 3 dark and light copper clay with the dark petal pink. All right, there's our coloring. Gonna grab our bow and dingles. We've got our different elements here. This is where I like to get a couple glue dots and just tack down the ends as I go along. So I'm going to put one on the stem of my different leaves, and then I'm going to put one on my flower just on the spot here. Oh, it doesn't want to stick yet because it's still a little wet. There we go. I got it to take it. All right, so I'll add the flower. Maybe I didn't get it to take it. Add the flower overlapping the house. Then the sprigs behind the flower. Love it. Congratulations. We're going to need a little bit of dimensional on the end of that. Because it's longer, a longer choice than Thanks a Lot. So we'll put that at the end here. Oh, you guys, I just love this More Messages Stamps and Dies. If you guys are card club members, we used it with the turtles in May, and I just can't say enough about it. I really do love it. Pop that on there. And my bow, I'm gonna just wedge that right underneath. trim. Same card, just a little bit different greeting. Let's get the take your pick tool and embellish. There's enough here for 5 dingles on each card. You could definitely do 3 if you wanted to and spread them out onto another project, but I'm going all out. Uh-oh, did my little one get sticky? Yeah, I'm going all out with 5. All right, what do you guys think of card number 1? My flower is still a little bit wet from the alcohol ink, so I'm gonna see if I can encourage it with a little more glue dot. There we go, to stay. And then I'm also going to fold one over and put it to the end of this sprig, just so that it's secure at both ends. Sometimes I'll put a dimensional at the end of the sprig just to make sure that, there it is. There's card number 1 in our Stampin' Stick class. That was really fun to make. They look a little bit different with the different greeting going on in there. All right, I need a little tiny piece of dimensional, and I have one stuck to my scissors, so my flower's still looking a little something, because it does not want to stick. I don't know. It's not completely dry yet. There we go. You guys do this, mess around with it a little bit. I'm messing around with it a little bit. I want it to stay together. I worked really hard to make a beautiful card. I don't spare any adhesive. I used kind of a lot of adhesive. Are you guys the kind that are very sparing with the adhesive, or are you like me and tucking little bits everywhere to make sure that the card stays beautiful? I definitely tuck little bits everywhere. I've got no problem using a lot of adhesive. Peggy says, very chic and pretty. I like the vintage look. Thank you. I love it too. This is a fun class for me to make. Tony says, adorable cards as always have to run. Kids are due any minute. Hope to catch you tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow with a brand new card sketch. So have fun today with the kids, Tony, and I'll see you tomorrow. Pam says, very pretty. Pam says, oh, okay, since this is a safe place to share, I think the squirrel is a cutie, but those turtles, nope. I think the neck is what I didn't care for. Yes, indeed, I know. And then that's it. Everybody's got their opinions and their likes and their dislikes. That's part of why we are trying to show so much more in alternatives, because I want you to see the stamp sets through my eyes, right? I want you to see them the way that I see them. But that doesn't mean that you're going to like them. It's just the way that it is. There's so much taste to be accounted for in choosing stamp sets. So we're doing more and more alternatives so that hopefully you can see, even if you can't see yourself in the turtle bundle, hopefully you can still see yourself in a turtle class, because we've taught you how to make substitutes. We've inspired you with ideas for making substitutes. And yeah, that's the whole idea there. All right, I'm going to put these guys aside for a minute and start our second card. It was the third card that I dumped all over the floor, you guys. So hopefully I have all my pieces for the third card. But now that we've done all of our stamping and I've showed you how to color the flowers and the leaves, these are going to come together really fast. When I did my leaves to show you, I would batch work. All right, so in this one, you got the rose, and we don't need the whole stem, because what we're going to do is cut it apart to get a flower and some leaves without the long stem. So I used Petunia Pop, Light and Dark, and Bubble Bath. on the rose, exactly the same technique that we did with the other flower, just different colors on the leaves, exactly the same technique we did with the other leaves, same colors. And I'm just going to cut the leaves off of the stem. And then I'm going to grab my glue dots. I've already got my bows for both cards ready to go. So I don't lose anything here, I'm going to pop these guys right onto a glue dot. And I'm going to pop this one onto a glue dot too. Now I can't lose those. Let's set the bow aside. And we've already stamped our house. I did my little door ahead of time. So let me grab a little glue and put my glue and pop my door. Inside the packet, we have everything you need. I chose for this one, you can do anything. So lots of love for the first one. You can do anything for the second one. And then inside, oh, my bases are swapped. It's all fun and games. I'm glad I showed you guys before I started gluing. Inside, I've got the pink house. Stamped the same way. All right, so we're going to get our designer paper. Now, if you're loving these cards and you have all of your own supplies, but you could use a little help with figuring the supply list or the measurements or the, if you want some step-by-step instructions, there is a PDF available to complement this class. It's completely free to join us on the live, but if you'd like the PDF, it's in our store. It's just $9.95 and it's an amazing way to support the channel. If you'd like a packet to follow along with this class, the easy button, everything already cut for you, your lock and key done, your bag of more messages to pick your greeting from. If you want everything done for you except for stamp and stick, you can get the stamp and stick class packet at kitchentablestamper.com. The link for those are in the description, and we'll have class packets while supplies last. So pick up your packets, and while you're there, if you're new to Stamp and Stick and you like this idea, you can check out the Party Peggy Stamp and Stick class. We did that one 2 weeks ago. We still have some packets left for that one too. And the cards are adorable. The alternatives are great. You don't have to use the bundle that I used. If you're just joining us now, we went through some alternatives at the beginning of this for the Humble Home. If you don't have the Humble Home or you don't plan on getting the stamp set, that's okay. We showed you 4 other, the cards done with 4 other stamp sets. All right, so we're going to add a dab of glue at the top of the key. And then we're going to adhere the key to the lock like so. And then we're going to get our little elements. I need some dimensionals. We're going to do the same thing with the house. Flip it, and then the right side gets a couple dimensionals because the left side is going to go over that trim, and it's a little bulky, but it's beautiful. Adds great texture. We're going to put our house. I think that looks about good. And then we can put a little smidge of dimensional on the back of the lock. You guys, I love this Tags to Go die set. And it is already been put on last chance. Last I looked, it was still available. I have to give a heads up to you guys on this one because it's not going to be available for long. So if it's still available, go check it out. It makes really awesome embellishments. All right, so we got our lock. We've got our greeting. That's going to need a little dimensional across the bottom. And we'll budge it right up against the house. I feel like it kind of has like a welcome mat feel. You can do anything. We'll grab our rose. And I'm gonna put a little dimensional on one side. The side that's going over the trim has a glue dot. The side that's off the trim has a dimensional, and we'll pop that in. Our little leaves are already on glue dots. Uh-oh, I jangled it. There. And pop one under there. And then one of those beautiful bows we made goes right on the lock and key. Don't cover your greeting. Looking good. You can do anything. A little encouraging word from the more messages. Hey, Violet. When Louis walked by, he knocked on the window. Will you keep an eye out, and tell Gideon to keep an eye out in case he needs something? Louis. Thank you. All right, where did I put my dingles? We need a little embellishment here. I love this card, that pink house. I don't know if I'd want to have a pink house in real life, but I think it's really super cute on this card. And the bubble bath over the vanilla, it's just kind of, it's chic. It's delicate, little vintage. Add the pearls. Love it. I hope that you guys like it too. That is card number 2. All right, and card number 3, I'm hoping that I have all the bits because I dumped it all over the floor. But let's just review our first set. Thanks a lot, lots of love. Our second set, congratulations, you can do anything. So this more messages has some really, really fun greetings. You're absolutely the best is our last card. I've got my base and I did the stressing. Just did the same house that we built inside. This one's you're absolutely the best and thank you. So make it your own, make it your own. That is the whole point. All right, our designer series paper, and we emboss for you in the class packets. And then we'll add those guys on with some liquid glue. All right, so how are you guys feeling about the Stampin' Stick card classes? We've done a few of them now. What is this? Stampin' Stick card class number 4. Stampin' Stick card class number 5 is the Tractor and Company. We'll have packets for that one in the kitchen table stamper store in just a few days, where I finished the ribbon for the packet this morning. We have a little bit of die cutting left for the Tractor because we're going to do all of the die cutting that we can do for you. Oh, you're going to see my face again, I think, in just a minute. So let me show you this one. This packet will be available in just a couple days. We can't do the stamping and die cutting on the 2 cards, but we'll give you the white card stock for them. And if you don't have Tractors, you can substitute something else. Any one of the daisy or sunflower stamp sets that we've had would be perfect substitutes for this, alternatives for this. But for this guy right here, we're doing the entire Tractor die cut for you. We want you to see that and use it. So we've got some more of these little fender pieces to die cut for you. But besides that, oh, and we're doing embossing. I think Joyce has got those. Joyce has got our embossed backgrounds to do still, but otherwise they'll be done in just a couple of days in the store. That's the next Stampin' Stick card class. How you guys liking Stampin' Stick? I hope that you're enjoying the new card class as much as we're enjoying putting them together for you. I love designing them and stamping with you. Stamping with you guys is my favorite job. You know, everybody's got a job around here. My job is the videos and going live and stuff like that, but I really love it best when I get to be live with you guys. All right, more of that trim. It's already in your packet, cut to the size that you need. Add a little tear and tape to the back and pop that on. Here's the beige house that we made at the beginning there when we were doing the stamping part of our Stampin' Stick. And we're gonna glue the little door on there. get some. Corinne says, cute. Kathy says, love it. Copper clay blends are gone. Oh, thanks for letting us know, Jan. I figured they can't last too much longer at the prices that they had some of those things on. But just check out Marisa Alvarez.stampin.net if you don't already have a demonstrator that you love. And check it out. There's still a few select items from the last in color collections that were available at a nice discount last time I looked. All right, so we did that same flower as in our first card. This is done with Timid Tiger and light and dark petal pink again to get that. Then this sprig is done the same way as our first sprig. The thing is though, it's one sprig and you're gonna cut it apart. We've got a different banner from More Messages. You're simply incredible. And then I showed you inside. We've got just a little matching house. Some fun way to spice up your insides. Another little early espresso die cut there for you. All right, we do all this for you in basic beige. You color it. All right. This guy is going to get some dimensionals, but at the top this time, so that it doesn't overlap with the trim. You don't want to dimensional up on the trim. I'm going to take 2 halves, and then I'm going to, because you know, we just talked about how I like to just tuck little bits of glue here and there to make sure. I put it at the top, and then I'm going to bring 2 half dimensionals. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing, because I don't know if from that angle you can see. But I put the 1 dimensional on the top of the house, tacked it down where I wanted it, and then put some dimensional here so that it doesn't overlap the trim, because the trim is a little bulky and we don't need dimensional on top of that bulky trim. All right, we've got our cutie little house. We need some glue dots for our sprigs. I love this technique with the Stampin' Blend markers. It adds so much dimension. It really is fantastic. All right, so we've got our Simply Incredible there, and I'm just going to kind of dry fit. It's a little bit different shape. You get all the shapes from the More Messages in your packet to fit whatever greetings you're using. You'll have lots of them to choose from, but it's going to mean that you'll want to dry fit and make sure that everything fits the way that you will like it when the sentiment shape is a little bit different from the one that I used. All right, I'm gluing the key to the very bottom of the label, little tiny bit of liquid glue. I'm going to add a bit of dimensional on the back of my flower. I have one that's stripped naked there. It doesn't have its back on it. There we go. It's much nicer to do these with the blends and then let them dry. Adhesive on that first one was not having any part of sticking for me. All right, so I'm gonna pop this guy about here. I'm gonna remove the liner on this one and pop that in where I dry fit it. I'm gonna add this guy, yep, sticky in between. Yeah, love it. And then this guy underneath everything here. Before I stick that guy down entirely, let's get these. There we go. I love this orange bloom. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, we've got our ribbon that we've disassembled and tied. Put that at the corner of the greeting where the key. Quick little trim. You guys, we're done already with this Stampin' Stick card class. If I wasn't so chatty, it would have been even faster, but not too bad, huh? See, I feel like I need just a little bit of dimensional on the back of those leaves, so we'll do that. If you've got any questions about the Stampin' Stick, about the projects that we did today, about the PDF or class packets come with the PDF already. No need to buy both. If you're getting the class packet, we're gonna send you the PDF instantly. It'll be an instant download, and then we'll mail you the packet if you want one. If you've got any questions about any of that, if you've got questions about paper sampler, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. The link for Stampin' Stick card class packets is in the description. We still have some Party Piggy, so you can pick up both if you like. And let's see, I'll be back tomorrow at noon with brand new shortcut card sketch number 20. Well, it's not entirely brand new because our card club for cool people, they get everything first. And so you card club for cool people. If you were in on May, you've already got shortcut card sketch number 20. I like to release them a little bit early to our card club members, but we'll publicly release shortcut card sketch number 20 tomorrow. We're going to do a fun little spooky card. Noon Central. I hope that I'll see you right back here, same channels. All right, that is it. Stampin' Stick card class number 4, right? Is this number 4? Is in the books, you guys. We did it. All right, let me show you the whole review. And if you just join us, I'll show you some alternatives. So in the packet, you got all of the greeting shapes from the more messages. We couldn't do stamp the greetings for you, but it'll give you lots of options for choosing your sentiments. And as you'll notice, here's your absolutely the best and your simply incredible. So 2 different shapes, but still great results. A little bit different inside. And then you're absolutely the best. And thank you. Thank you is from the Humble Home. This is from the more messages. All right, that's design number 3. Design number 2 is You Can Do Anything, the one we did today. Whoa! And the pretty little house inside. And then our original inside outside greeting. The outside is more messages, lots of love. The inside is Humble Home, lots of love from our house to yours. And then card number 1, my alternative today, it's not much of an alternative. I just changed up the greeting. Congratulations. And put that pretty little house inside. And our original, thanks a lot, from more messages for the sweet gift is from Humble Home. All right, you guys, that's it. If you've got any questions, please reach out. Don't have the Humble Home? Grab this stamp set for $12 right now, Marisa.alvarez.stampin'.net. Don't want to do it with Humble Home? Here is with Fluffy Squirrel. And so make these packets your own. Now, after we've done the whole class, you can see how everything translates really nicely. Another little sneak peek pre-order item. Join the kitchenettes, kitchen table stamper team members. They also get things first and free online content, free PDFs. And you can add Fluffy Squirrel or the, oh, there we go, maybe like that. There you go. These are what? I've named it like 3 times. Gathering Moments bundle. Those are both pre-order. You can add those to a starter kit right now. And why not get started? $99 to get started. And you get $125 worth of pre-order products of your choice. No shipping charges, just tax. It's a nice deal. Maybe you have the Latte Love. This one's kind of an oldie but goodie. And so here is our Humble Home Stampin' Stick card class with Latte Love. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed the class. Grab a packet while they're still available. Packets are $25.95. It's about $6 for shipping. The class is $19.95. And I think we really earn that $19.95 with all that we do so that you can just stamp and stick and enjoy the process. If you have some nice things to say about the Stampin' Stick card class packets, if you've gotten them, thank you very much for your support. We love you. If you've got anything nice to say about them, please leave a comment. Let people know, you know, what's involved in these class packets and how easy they are to put together. We'd love to hear from you. We have a few Party Piggy Stampin' Stick card classes left. So if you missed the Party Piggy card class, check out that video next. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon. All right, you guys, if you've got any questions, reach out. Let's see, what DSP would you use instead of flowers for a more manly card? Ooh, my friend, the sky is the limit right there. What have I been really into lately? You know which one that I've been working with a lot? I don't know. Let's see how manly the patterns would be. If you're a demonstrator and you've got access to pre-order, I would totally do either the fall ones, the Gather and the Autumn Trees one. I don't even remember the real names of them. They're behind me. Those both have really great patterns that would translate manly. And then I was also thinking, like, this is the Peaceful Garden. This one has some patterns that I think would translate into a more manly version, like the star pattern. This kind of crumb cake. This plaid especially. Yeah, and then this, so the plaid, the Lost Lagoon, and then the Lost Lagoon plaid, this star. Those two together I think can be really, I see like a fedora, ties, you know, kind of, it's like good patterns for ties. So I see a little bit more dapper kind of a combination there. The new fall papers, let me grab my paper sampler. That'd be the easiest way to show you. The two new fall papers are really, really good. The patterns in there. Where did I put my paper sampler? Oh, I threw it aside over here. The new fall ones. Okay, I don't know if you're a demonstrator. If you're not, Corinne, get a starter kit and throw these in there. But, oh, this one could be pretty masculine too with its B-side patterns. There's a plaid and a stripe. There's another stripe. Check out the traditional Christmas. Look at those. Good, more masculine patterns on the traditional Christmas. You can definitely pull out of those, and by just eliminating one of the colors, whether it be eliminating the red or eliminating the green, you can really make it look very masculine and not Christmas. This is kind of a dapper combination for men too. I didn't even think of that one though. I was really thinking more along the lines of, oh, I'm making a mess of my paper sampler. That's okay. That's what these are for. That's why the paper sampler is so awesome, is that you can really get a feel for what's coming outside of the suite, just as paper on top of paper on top of paper. Like looking at the patterns outside of the suite really does help. Paper samplers are awesome for that. All right, let me show you those two fall ones for masculine. These are all brown on the B side. That's the only thing about this, is you get the gray one and then the two brown ones, but very good masculine patterns right there. And then the other one, this is all very fall on one side, but the B sides are good masculine ones. There's the leaf is definitely leafy, but in a small bit, it would have more of a texture feel. Got the wood, and then two different plaids in this one, and this little like dotted one that's very similar to the Secret Sky and the other. So those are ones that came to mind immediately when you said masculine. And then of course this green stripe, this beige swipe, green stripe, beige swipe, very good masculine patterns in there. So those are just the ones from the brand new stuff, pre-order stuff. But yeah, the sky's the limit. Good question. What else are we talking about here? Paul says, I love the Stampin' Stick classes. Thank you. Thank you for your testimony, Paula, and for your orders. I just really love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Let's see here. Need for Tweed was Jan's suggestion. Country Woods or Weekend Adventures. Weekend Adventures is an awesome pack. I need to use more of that. Mary Ellen says, love all the houses. Thank you. Joy says, see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Did you guys want to see the card again? Spoiler alert. Where did I put the card? I showed it at the beginning. What am I making tomorrow? Shortcut card sketch number 20. Oh, here it is. I put it aside. I'll see you guys tomorrow with shortcut card sketch number 20. That's our card for tomorrow. Corey says, thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for a great question. Kathy says, thank you, Marissa. My pleasure. I'm so glad you're here, Kathy. I'll see you tomorrow. Peggy says, thanks, love all the alternatives. That's my friend Jan. She goes to town. I did the squirrel, but I did it because I was doing a haul video. I'm going to try to do a little bit more alternatives. Teresa says, the tags to go are still on last chance for 1980. Yeah, I had to bring attention to those because they are the best little embellishment. These tags and keys, these locks and keys, you guys, and 1980 for that die set. Ugh. Grab that one before it's gone, and it's like worth its weight in gold. It'll never go out of style. Let's see here. I always tuck bits in fussy glue, etc. Yes, right? And then you got it. You're like, okay, let me secure that a little bit and tuck a little glue. Oh, Peggy says, very pretty. Love the vintage look. I think I caught that earlier. Thank you, you guys. All right. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you for joining me for our Stamp and Stick card class number 4. I think this is Stamp and Stick card class number 4. I keep calling it number 4, so I sure hope it is. If you guys need me, just reach out and I will see you. There we go. That's the one we did today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night and